everyone. It's Mary. Waiting to my stuff to catch up with me. Sorry. There we go. I feel a little frozen here. But I'm not. I'm here, everyone. Let's see. Come on. There it is. And there's my chats. Hi, Carol. Hi, Becky. Oh, thank you guys for sharing. I appreciate that so much. It's hard to get the word out. It's hard to get followers and all of that and have some great fun things today. You might still hear I'm a little stuffy and things. I still have a bit of a cough and all that. And my goodness, oh, hey, Maria, I have a story to tell you guys. So funny. My daughter Sam is home from Nebraska for the week. And she came home at a great time for us to, getting over being sick. And now my husband has the cold, but wouldn't you know it, he's got just a little bit of a cough. He went to work 2 days later. He's bowling tonight. Hi, Veronica. Happy Wednesday. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I still have this cough to get all, and all of that. It's just crazy. Hey, B and Bun. I am feeling better. I'm still have, I still have my tissues, and and if I do some coughing, I really cough until I can get that out of my throat. So anyway, but so Sam is here and she's upstairs reading or with the dogs and get the cat, which is great. We just went and did a little shopping and stuff together. I needed to stay. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have so much to do, and then she didn't have any friends or anything to be hanging out with. So I'm like, oh, that's terrible of me. We need to just go do things, right? So we went and did a little banking things, and then we went shopping and stuff. So, the mom and daughter stuff. It's so fun. So anyway, so I'm glad you guys are all here with me. Now, oh, hey, B, I want to let you know, because you do, or if anybody else is a demonstrator and you guys are interested, I put a Stampin' Connection swap online there with Stampin' Connection for the new annual catalog bundles. And I always do host a bundle swap. And if you are interested, oh, hello, sorry. If you are interested, turning off my captions, I don't know why they're on, you can join the swap. So what it is, it's like you create 10 of the same card and you put them in clear envelopes and then you mail them to me by the deadline. You choose the new bundle that you're going to do with and stuff. And the deadline is May 26th is when they have to be received. But anyway, I can share more of that. I'll put the information out there if you'd like to take a spot. Hello, Betty. Welcome. Glad you're with me. And so there's that going on. And so, yeah, it's kind of crazy time with Stampin' Up! Right now, right? There's all sorts of things going on. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and switch over, you guys. So let's do that. Let's switch to the mat. Transition. Let me get my water bottle out of the way. It's causing a shadow. And you guys, we're going to start with, oh my gosh. I got a bunch of the Make-A cards. It is the 5th of April. And you know what, you guys? For the Make-A cards, Send-A cards, you have to have them mailed out by the 6th of the month. And look at how many have already come. Now I'm in 2 groups, so, but you're going to see a theme here with the cards. This is from Miss Tammy, the cute Easter Bunny punch. So sweet. Everybody's excited about that one. And that punch, it is out of stock, but it's slated to be back kind of in mid-May, right? Hey, Anne, welcome. And this is one from Jolene using the fun tulips. Now, the tulips is going out. That is a retiring product, the stamp set and the punch. Oh, here's another one, Miss Jessica. Loving the Easter Bunny set. So cute. And then from Diane, look at those beautiful butterflies. Those are I think out of paper actually. Live in each season as it passes. Breathe the air, drink the drink, taste the fruit. Henry David Thoreau. Very pretty. Here's another one. I love this one from Nichelle. Just that accenting of that fun designer series paper. And then she also did a little embossing on the white cardstock there. Hope this card makes you smile. Of course it does. And from Susan Hoffert, this is really fun using the Picture This dies, which are retiring, by the way, where you have all those holes. And she's got all these cute little fairies. Have a magical day with the little flower and the mushrooms there. How fun is that? And then she raised that up with foam sheets there. So they're raised up. That's fun. And from Sandy, I can't say her last name, Sandy F. That was the beautiful friendship flower for a very happy birthday. Look how she folded back that scalloped rectangle. Oh, and we have another Miss Teresa Brooks, the Easter Bunny. I love it. You guys see, she snuck something in there on us. Look at that and the little things. Oh, that's so very cute. Lots of layers on this one. Yeah. Ooh, and this black and white one from Sharon LaCroix. Look at that one. Wishing you the happiest of birthdays. The little bee embellishments. This is the Irresistible Bloom die. If you guys recognize that in the back room, that's one of the online products. That's that die from that one. Boy, that's fantastic. And then from Teresa Hamner, sorry, we got a cute little bunny. And then using the cottage wreath dies and the eggs. Very cute. And of course, got to put that little stuff on the inside. Isn't that so? There we go. So those are some Make a Card, Send a Cards. Past couple days, I've just been flooded with them. I'm in 2 groups like Bee and Linda. They're doing 2 groups as well, so we could have those 5 full groups. So those of you who don't do, oh, and Veronica's in the group too. If you don't do the Make a Card, Send a Card, this group goes through August, and then the fall groups will start. And so exciting. So now, I know that the retiring lists all came out. I know last week we went through the mini catalog while I was sick. And I'm sorry, you guys, but my nose is going again. But we're not going to go through the annual catalog. You know, hold on. I'm sorry. That's so embarrassing. You know, there's other people on YouTube that have put out, you know, walk through the annual catalog, retiring and all of that. You're more than welcome to do that if you want. My way of thinking is just go online and shop on Stampin' Up! And see what's going out and see what the great prices are for the stuff that's retiring, because you know some of the things are like 60% off, which is wow. I know all the cards are so pretty, Becky. They're so great. All right, you guys. So you know, last week I did a couple on my Stampin' Saturday video. I did a couple of the Tea Boutique cards and envelopes with the Wisteria Wishes. And I'll just show those here. What I was doing is I was doing watercoloring with the distinctive stamps. You know, the distinctive stamps are just so lightly etched in things that when you stamp them, they look like real, those real images. So I wanted to just remind this ribbon right here, the frayed ribbon that when you pull the string, it frays the ends. That is 50% off. I'm just like, it's such a great just accent piece. And it's just like 50% off. That ribbon is just like, wowzer. So anyway, I just shared those. Well, what's funny is in doing that video, I ended up Wait, which one has all my stuff? Okay. I have another boutique, but I have it with the Parakeet Party because when I did that video, I had a whole bunch of these that I stamped to show examples of when you stamp it too hard, you stamp it too light, all of those things that I decided to die cut them all out. So I ended up with like 6 of these. And then I had a couple of pieces of white cardstock that I had die cut out the oval shapes of things. And remember, I always tell you, don't throw those away. Try to do them in the center of your paper so you have that end. So I cut this down. It's not quite perfect, but I ran it through the Pretty Flowers embossing folder. I die cut those guys out. And then remember I was using the deckled rectangles when I did these cards? I had an extra one, so I just cut it down to match the size of my window oval piece. And so that's the same layer of the white now. So I'm just using things that I had on hand. I have a piece of the Orchid Oasis, which is a 22-24 in color. So that one's continuing on for this whole next year as well. It's a very pretty blue purple color. And that's what I had stamped that in. And I did the reason why I'm using the Parakeet Party is because I had used the Parakeet Party for the stems of the wisteria. So it all works out just really great. So after all that, let's talk about making our card today. All right. So what I decided, and I do have a piece of white for the inside, because on the Tea Boutique cards and envelopes, and often all of their card envelope sets, the inside is a little bit off. It's not quite the white of Stampin' Up's basic white, and that's okay. But remember, when I put layers on the top of the card, I like to firm up the inside of the card as well. So I will put another piece inside to give it some weight too. So let's set those aside. I'm going to bring this piece in right here because I'm going to be embossing a sentiment right at the bottom of this here. And I'm going to do the one that says, happiness grows within. Or, I'm going to do hang in there just because it kind of is a straight across. And I just like that for this spot right here better. So I'm going to set this down and go in there. Now I went on the inventory status report just before popping on to see about things that are going quickly or what have you. I mean, the last chance sales just started yesterday. So I am going to get a couple of bundles that are going to be in the new annual catalog, and I knew I wanted to get the bundled 10% discount price because those bundles in the new annual catalog will not be the bundled price anymore. Bundled prices only last for the first year that a bundle is in the catalog, and then the next it will go. So I'm just bringing in our stamping and embossing caddy. I do have some white embossing in here already, and that's okay. I'm going to uncork the stopper. That just helps so you don't get the embossing powder everywhere. I've got my little brush here because I might need it, and a beautiful Versamark. You can tell it's a newer one. Everybody's so quiet right now. All right, so I'm going to do the hang in there. Now I've not used this before, so I should stamp it off somewhere. So I'm just going to come over here in the corner and do that. So I have hang in there. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to do this right towards the bottom. I'm not going to push down real hard. I don't want to do that. Oh, and I don't feel like I got the hole there. See what happens. So let's get in here. There, now I got it well. So I'll put that lid back on there. I'm going to come in here, lay that down, give a little pour. And I'm just going to take this, run it all along, and make sure I got it. And now when I'm looking at that, that looks really great. I don't see any excess, but I am going to set it aside and put the white back into the container. There we go, and I'm going to set that over. And then let's bring our gun in, our heat tool. And now I'm just going to go ahead and just hold it there. I'm not going to shake the tool back and forth. And there it goes. Comes out pretty crisp white, and then you know you are done. And there we are. I have the hang in there. Great. Now I'm ready for the rest of my cards. So what's really interesting, and I apologize, but I realized that's something that I did not send out any Easter cards. Just, gosh, with being sick and everything, I mean, even thinking about Easter Sunday, this Sunday, Sam leaves back for Nebraska on Saturday afternoon. So it's going to lay out kind of like this, but now we are going to, am I going to put ribbon around it all? I just might, but I don't think I'll put it all the way around this Orchid Oasis color. It'll just go, so I'll go ahead and I'll adhere this down. So have you guys been going through the discontinued lists that I've put out or linked at all? All right, I'm going to bring these in now. Or I should say, is there any of those things on your wish list? One thing I'll be doing for the new annual catalog is I'll be doing the paper share. One of the things I'm going to do this time is I'm going to do paper share your way. I'm going to have a few options. I'm going to have an option where you do just the new designer series paper. Those are the ones that are generally the 12 by 12s. There might be one 6 by 6 or something, but they have the 12 sheets, 2 each of the 6 double-sided designs. That's set there. That'll be one share opportunity. The other share opportunity will be that plus some of the specialty papers. There's a set of different specialty papers that they're offering, and so that'll be an add-on if you want to add those as well. And then there'll be a third premium share. Oh my goodness. That's if you want to add on, you know how Stampin' Up! Has this 6 by 6 color group pads of paper? Not too busy making room for new colors. I know. Isn't that true? Oh my goodness, for sure. All right. So now that's going to go like that, and then this is going to go right over top of that, and it's going to go up with dimensionals. I wanted to bring these down just a little bit more. Come on, little guys. That's why the liquid glue is very helpful, because you can, my little flowers here, I'm not calling them wisterias, they are coming down a little farther than they normally would on this because I wanted as much of it to show as possible. So this is going to go on with our foam strips. Let me grab, which I did not have on here. Let me grab them, I'm sorry. There we are. I need my little foam strips. They just work a lot better than trying to do a whole bunch of the mini dimensionals and all of that, right? All right. Let's get this open. Get my foam strips out. Now the foam strips are 12 inches by, I think, is it 4? Something like that. But anyway, you get more and more than you need, which is great because then you'll have them for a while. So I'm just going to pull a thin strip. They're nice and thin like this. And so let me make sure I've got my flowers on the right side here. Ooh, that's the back. Okay. Now I'm just going to come, run it along, and then I'll just grab my scissors and clip it. There we go. And then I'll just run it along here. And then I'll clip it short. There we go. I'll come along there. Need a little more. I'll just pull along here and then I'll cut. This should be enough of what I need now. Little piece there. There we go. Then I'll just put that right there and set that aside. You ordered some of the DSP that I like, the Seaside Bay. Oh my gosh, I know. Playing the Rain, best. Yeah, you know, hey Tina, you know, yeah, Maria, you know, the Playing in the Rain, because you can die cut out some of those characters from the designer series paper. Yeah, I would suggest that too. Right now on the inventory status report, you know, everything pretty much is still there. You know, the soft seafood, or no, the soft succulent blend, Stampin' Blends are no longer available. There was a refill or something, but they're really, for the most part, everything. And then you see how that's just nicely raised up all the way around. It's nice and even, nothing sagging. I like that a lot. Now, the only other thing I was thinking about is if I wanted to put some ribbon around here, but I don't think I do. I think I am totally fine without that ribbon, but I am so excited that the ribbon that goes with these 22, 24 in colors is carrying over, and they'll be the same price that they are now. I know some things, prices are increasing, but this fabulous little 1/8 inch glimmer ribbon, there's one for each of the colors. It's just so pretty, and it's just enough of that little ritzy ritz to make it nice. So then we'll go ahead and we'll lay this down. We'll get it centered, and here, like so. We'll give it some time, and then I might do a little ribbon on one of the stems there. I think that would be pretty. Yeah, and the Seaside Bay paper, oh my goodness. That designer series paper, you could just put that on as one of the layers of your card, put a sentiment on it, die cut out one of those cute little shells, and your card is done, and it's gorgeous. I know, that paper. Well, Maria, you just made me think. I think I need to order some more of that and more of the Playing in the Rain too, because I love that idea there. Oh yeah, that's going to go just like that. And of course, where are my mini glue dots? They're just who knows where. Oh, so I'm just going to have to do a little, I hate doing this, but a little dollop of liquid glue. And that'll be just fine. This will adhere to it. It'll just take a little time. There we go. We'll let that do that. And then, I mean, isn't that, look at how pretty that is. And you guys, that was just with leftover pieces of things that I kind of had and collected a little bit. And so hang in there. And then we have hang in there even when you don't understand. That's good. Or Faith. I like the one with Faith. We'll do that one. And let's get our block. Well, that's a fine how do you do. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. I was going to do it in the Orchid Oasis, but I don't have that stamp pad out here. Faith is about trusting. And then let's take the little there's a little leaf in here. We'll grab that. And I'm going to grab my Parakeet Party. And we'll get that leaf stamped. That'll be pretty. It's so nice and bold. That's pretty. I'm going to do another one. There we go. Could have had that raised up just a little bit more, I guess. I don't know. I like it. I think it's pretty. So I'll just clean that a little bit, put this right back in. I'll grab the Faith is About Trusting. I'll get those washed up and put back in. And then I had my Hang in there. And I'll get those washed up in a little bit. I don't need to wash them at the moment. I just pop them in there. And then when we're all done, I'll wash them up. All right, well, let's put that in. And then, I don't know, I might have a gem or two that we could put on there too. I don't know, I'll have to see. So now the Wisteria Wishes bundle, this bundle is retiring and there is no discount on this one. But you know, I had not done much with this at all. I just, from the annual catalog this past year, everything, the holiday catalog, everything else, there was just so much to share and not enough time or to use them or get into them. And I thought, oh, with nicer weather, I would be getting into some of these. But yeah, so Hang in there. That is so pretty. Face about, and I did lose my bow. Look at that. It did pop off of there. Oh no. I need my little mini glue dots. Stick right back on there. It'll stay there. Now I just kind of supposed to set aside. That bow really does something, doesn't it? And then I've got the really pretty matching envelope, although the matching envelope has different colors of flowers, but I'm okay with that. That's all right by me. Hang in there. Faith is About Trusting. There we go. So beautiful. That's this Wisteria Wishes bundle. And then again, I had this one from the other night, Happiness Grows Within. And this one with the Hang in there as well, with a little bit of watercolor washing around. But there's that other Sweet Sorbet glimmer ribbon. Oh, I love it. Love, love, love it. So pretty. All right, so now you guys, what else I have to share with you today is stuff that caught my eye and I got inspired about. You know, we talk about that. You know, what inspires our creativity? What inspires us to create something? Well, Sam and I were in Paulsbo today and we went into a couple of shops. And in the Saltwater Taffy Vintage Antique Shop, there were people that had some cards that they were selling. Well, look at this card. This cute little card. It's just, I don't know, let's see. Art prints, stickers, the somethingcrafter.com. Okay? Kind of crazy. It was $4.50. But I just saw it and I just went, oh my gosh. I love this whole black and white idea. I just think that is so darn pretty. Now, it's kind of, they just did like a black painting and then they painted the flowers white, right? So I was thoroughly inspired with this card and I pulled out the Bouquet of Thanks stamp. This is one of the large stamps that they have with all the background stamps that was new in the annual catalog this last year. And I just thought this was a really pretty flower setup. You could do things and then cut out this banner and raise that banner up and things like that. You could just all sorts of fun different ways you could color this and things like that. You know, yes, it's going to have that same feel no matter what, but I thought, wow, what if I could do something like this with this idea? So I went in my piles of already layered cards that I have. So this at some point, I don't know when, last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I did this card in one of my, Saturday stampings or something. And these were extras. So I thought, oh, I'm going to grab this, pull this in for like layers like this. How fun is this? It's got the polka dots are the copper polka dots, special paper. This is probably Daffodil Delight. And we've got that beautiful black paper there. What a great layout. So then I have a black. I even have this fun yellow stitch circle. I mean, hello. How fun is that? So I'm just going to set that aside, and we are going to do some embossing with this thank you stamp. I have it on the block. This is the size of it right here, so you get a sense of it. It's not overly huge. But so we're going to have that. I'm going to bring in my Versamark. Now, if you have, it's called the Embossing Buddy. It's great to take off the static that might be on your cardstock, especially colored cardstock. You just don't want any of that. So I've inked that up. I'm going to turn it over and stamp down. I'm not going to press super duper hard except in the center, because I don't want all those edges, the outside edges. Sometimes when you Versamark, you get all those outside edges, and I don't really want that. So I'm going to pull that off of there, and yes, it's all there. I don't know if you can see it's glowing, but let's bring this in here. This card, I saw it, and I said I have to have it. I didn't care that I was paying $4.50. I just loved that black and white. And we do have, in the Designer Series paper, we do have the black and white. I'll grab my brush here. We do have the black and white Designer Series paper. That's all just black and white. And then you can color it with your Stampin' Blends if you want, or things like that. Let's bring in my heat tool. Now this is, I unplugged it. Excuse me. Sorry, you guys. I accidentally unplugged it. So now you'll see this looks very gray on here to me. It looks very white on the screen, but I'm just going to hold it. And hopefully you'll see when it starts turning. There it goes. Starting to turn. And you just slowly move it. This is such a detailed stamp that it's going to take a little time. Looks good. See how nice that thank you is and everything? It's so pretty. Now I could die cut this out in some fancy thing, but I am just going to do a trim around with it, so bear with me. But yeah, I do love the black and white look too. Now think about taking this and die cutting it in gold, or not die cutting, but embossing in gold. That would be really pretty. There's also some, different color embossings too that you could do, right? But I just thought, oh, this could be so much fun. So I'm just doing a little roundy round it. You know how we do these things sometimes. Ooh. I told my daughter Sam that when I had started, I wanted her to come down and say hi to everybody since she's here. We were talking to one of the gals at Saltwater Vintage that I know that works there, and we're talking, and she's like, oh, nice to meet you. I said, yeah, she's home here for the week. She says, oh, for spring break? And I said, well, my spring break, but she just came home, and she said, oh, well, she's not going to school there or something? Isn't she in college? Or just in, and I said, oh, no, she's 22. And she was like, she couldn't believe that I said she was 22. She was just like, what are you talking about? There's no way, because she looks like she's 15. And Sam gets that like everywhere, that she looks like she's that age. So that's kind of funny. Now, I'm not sure what I want to do here. I feel like it looks a little funky. Let's just get a little closer in. I think maybe that'll help. You know, ideas I have in my head. Maybe I should have done a die cut. That's okay, right, you guys? It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Oh, that's getting better already. There we go. Sorry you're sitting here having to watch me do this. By the magic of video, right? I should have had it already done. That looks pretty. Just right here, I want to come in a little more. But yeah, my daughter Sam, she says, I'll never get past that. Everybody always thinks that I'm that age. So there we go. Now I'm going to bring in my parts and pieces of my card. See what I've managed to do there. You know, and I always try to think in my head, what was my project that I did in class that those were the leftovers for? And I never remember. I never remember. I just don't. So that's really cute, but I do need a little something happening here. I'm going to slip this black one right behind it there like that, because that needs a little grounding. But it might need grounding a little bit more with the other color. Not the black, but the yellow. Hold on. I have another. Is that the same yellow? No. Oh, this is the same yellow. I got it. That's the same yellow. Okay. Yep, that's got to do a little bit of help for us. So let's cut a piece there. We'll do a 1-inch piece. Like I said, it just needs that little bit of grounding behind there. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's layer our parts down. People said the same. Everyone makes fussy cutting look so easy, but I have such a hard time. People said the same about me, Mary. I never looked my age. Now it's a plus. Yeah, the specialty gold. There's a really cool, in the new catalog, there's a product that's going to look really, really cool. I did my pre-order today, and I expedited to have it shipped overnight, you guys. Because I'm sorry, but when I've done the pre-order before and I've done like 2-day shipping, like I don't end up getting it for like a week. And there's always the thing of, oh, well, we must have gotten the order like at, you know, after 11 o'clock on this time. And then, you know, after it leaves us, it has that on there. But, you know, it might, you know, things with the carriers or what have you. Well, you know, blah, blah, blah. But I think there are something that happens that all of the overnight or the 2-day this and that people do because they want it right away and they want to make all these videos and all that. I don't care about that, but I'm getting ready. I'm going to be having a new annual cattle open house on April 30th. Mark your calendars if you're local. April 30th, annual catalog open house where there'll be, you know, products to view and see and projects to make. Some projects and things like that. Now I have these champagne rhinestone basic jewels that could be really pretty on there, and I could put some on the yellow that we brought over to help out our card. So hey, I'm thinking that my card's turning out pretty good here. Wasn't quite sure what to think was going to happen, you know. Oh, I love it. So that, oops, what am I doing? So anyway, so sometimes I think just those things happen, and then if you do just regular shipping, your order's then delayed. And I think that happens to us out here in the West anyway. Shipping to me seems to get so delayed sometimes with stuff. So thank you. Look at that pretty, pretty thing. Have they mailed the new catalogs? No, Teresa, not yet. So the new catalog, new annual catalogs that'll be coming out, I don't think they really have set on there like exactly when they'll be shipped out. The complimentary catalog will ship out with your pre-order. If you do a pre-order, it'll be in your box, I believe. So I believe if you do a pre-order, you get a complimentary one, and they stick it in your catalog in your order. Other than that, they mail them out in, I think, mid-April, you know, after the first week or two of April. What do you guys think so far of that? Pretty good, huh? So now that has a thank you. And for the inside of the card with the floral, it's kind of a little bit like, oh, what do we do? Because this is white, and I just need to get another sentiment that'll work there. You above and beyond, you go there a lot. Yay. Shaded Summer. Yep. Shaded Summer's on their way out. It's way out too. It is one that I love, love, love. Okay, why can't I find it? It's this one, right? No. Yes, may the good you do come back to you. Yes. Oh, I'm in trouble. Like, is that the one I want? Yes, it's the one I want. And I'm just going to grab some funky block here. Let's put that down. Yeah, so I just decided, I'll pay the extra money. I'm going to get this. Now we'll see. I'm going to go on there and see if it shipped today, because I did it before the 11 o'clock their time. And even if I don't get it till Friday, that's not overnight. I mean, overnight, you know, what does that mean? But even if I don't get it till Friday, I'll be totally fine, because my job at this point is I have some things happening. I'll have my demonstrator downline gathering on the 23rd, Sunday the 23rd. We'll be getting together. At the shoebox swap, oh, Tina, they're not going to be here by then. The new catalog. I don't think they'll be here by then. I did put an order in for 3 boxes of catalogs. So I can make sure you get a catalog, but I just don't know that they'll have new catalog boxes out by then. But we'll see, right? It's just the 5th. So thank you. May the good you do come back to you. And I know this card has more colors, but this was my inspiration from this card I bought today. Oh, you didn't do a pre-order, Teresa? That's no problem, because you will get a complimentary catalog in the mail too. So this is what happens. I always end up getting one in my order, and then a week or two later, I end up getting a complimentary one in the mail. So I end up with 2 that they sent to me. And that, you know, that just happens, and that's okay. So yeah, so look at that. I think that turned out fabulous, don't you? That really turned out well. I think it would have been great having it in a big oval and not doing a fussy cut around it. I think that's a little awkward, but I think that's still fine. But think about all the fun things you could do with this. You know what? You could emboss this in clear and then do some watercoloring in the flowers. Oh, yes, that would be a good idea too. All right, now, okay, you guys. Okay, you ready? I'm just like freaking out right now because when Sam and I were walking through that shop, look at this that I got. This is another card. This is Faye Studio in the Wall. Oh, wow. She has Etsy. She has Twitter. She's got all sorts of stuff. But anyway, I was like, what? Look how pretty that is, right? I was like, oh my gosh, I just have to. I have to get this card. I'm so inspired. I have not worked with... Sorry, you guys, look at my excitedness, and I just got myself all... I have not worked with my beautiful thistle bundle, and I'm just like so excited. Like I said, I was planning on bringing all this stuff out, and I of course still can for my Stampin' Saturdays and things. But this thistle is like so fun, so good. I thought, okay, I'm ready. I've got to do something like this. This is inspiring me. Little like sparklies going on there. Wow. So we're going to be using the beautiful thistle, the dies that coordinate with it, and I happen to have these craft note cards and envelopes still. Now these were back, I think, in the holiday catalog last year, but it's just these really nice craft, little bit taller note cards and then the coordinating envelope, and I thought, all right, I'm there. So this is what we're going to do. I am going to take this one right here. We're going to stamp with the memento, and we're going to stamp just kind of a, I'm going to say a little bit of like just a collage-y, background-y kind of thing with it. And then of course we're going to need a big one here. See, I haven't even, look at me, haven't even broke those out yet. Oh, so great. Okay. Now, are you guys interested in me doing an unboxing video of all the stuff I get? Demonstrators will do that, and I just, like, again, I don't want to sound like this person, and then spoil things for everybody. And I am doing an open house, but I know a lot of you are not local. Ooh, I don't want to do that. But it's kind of fun to unbox and go, ooh, look what I got. Let me see here, looking for a block. Block for that. A little smaller one for this guy. And I am going to grab, give me a second here, I'm going to grab a different color. I'm going to grab my crumb cake too. But this card has some black, and so I'm just going to kind of, ooh, that's pretty dark, go along and do a bit of just collage here. A little strange, but that's okay. Then I'm going to bring this little hatch in. It's like a little cross hatch. Okay, it's interesting. Then I'm going to go ahead and trim this. Just a slight edge trim around all four here. I want it to be just a little bit smaller than the note card itself. There we go. Get all those out of there. All right, and then this one here, I'm going to ink up the large thistle. I'm going to stamp it once on my mat. I'm going to stamp it once. Okay. Then I'm going to do it again and see if I can get another one here. Not sure I can. We'll see. We'll see how that goes when die cutting them. All right, so then I'm going to bring in some blends. I've got my Old Olive and I've got my Fresh Freesia and who knows what. But let's bring in here. I'm going to go with some dark. This is dark Highland Heather. Nice. And then my light Highland. Oh, that's light Blackberry Bliss. This must be light Highland Heather. Thank you very much. No, I just did both light Highland Heather, didn't I? Well, that's not going to work well. Comes out quite dark on the this craft. Let's see. So we got light Blackberry Bliss, dark Highland Heather. It was dark Highland Heather. What do you know? So I'll get that dark in there some more. All right. Then I'm going to bring in the dark Old Olive. And my dark Old Olive is going to come in here. Really get in there. Down in here. It's covering up all my outline. That's okay. And then my light Old Olive. That in there, and we'll get some of this all in there. It's very interesting how the cardstock will take your colors and they'll kind of deepen them up quite a bit, and that's okay because I have a color lifter as well that I'll pull out and do a little bit of highlighting with that color lifter. So I love the richness. It's so pretty. I'm just coloring, not paying attention. Oh, you'll have to catch the beginning of the replay. Okay. How you doing, Lynn? Yeah, I shared a bunch of really nice Make-A cards that people sent. So fun to get those. And you know what's really funny? I go to the mailbox every day and it's like, oh, it's nothing except advertisement or something like that, right? So now you guys, I'm going to come in. I've got this one that's light petal pink, and I'm just curious if I come along with that light petal pink, if I get it to lighten anything or just give a little bit more definition of things. And just check it out here, what it might do for me. Because I'm putting another layer of a color, it might give me some different tone. Oh yeah, I think it is. That's cool. All right, and then I'm going to bring in my color lifter. The color lifter is really cool. It's going to allow me to lighten up some of the area here, and I'll show you what it does. You kind of just color where you want things lighter. And it just kind of does it. It's kind of pretty cool. Now on the craft, it'll be interesting because these areas like right in here would be lighter. They're kind of facing out towards that sun. So let's see how we do. Oh yeah, it's bringing that lighter and I'm getting that more craft color coming back up. That's fun. And we'll do right along here, the tips. Oh, hey, Cindy. That's all right. I'll put that replay. Just doing a couple of cards here that's from Inspirations, and a card tonight that I just was using some leftovers. Now this will be interesting when I cut those out right there, because the die cut, but I have to cut it like that because it won't go through the mini machine if I don't. And let me get this embossing stuff. We did lots of embossing tonight. I'm so excited. I actually love embossing. Don't do it enough. But I am going to, oop, where's the cork for this? Here it is. I'm going to, getting very excited. I want to get my stuff so that when I do my demonstrator gathering on the 23rd of April, we get to play with some new stuff. But then again, at the open house on the 30th of April, get to play with new stuff too. And I'll have to do a virtual open house too, you guys, right? With little prizes and stuff like that, and sharing some new products. For sure. It's like April's a busy month because I have my free paper pumpkin class. For those that are Paper Pumpkin subscribers with me that got the Potted Plants extra stamp set. I'm going to put together a few projects and send them to you, or you can come on the 22nd and stamp with me with the projects. All right. Well, that's looking pretty good. Pretty good right there. Can I keep it that way? I know. Use some washi tape, Mary. Yeah, washi tape's a great idea. Someday I'll have my nice little caddy. Oh, yeah, I'm getting better, Cindy. You might hear the coughs in the replay. Had a couple of coughs going on. That one's pretty good. Let's do the other one. See how my card comes out. I might have to do a little trim on that one I just did. It's not the greatest, but you know. Oh, I know why, because I had cut some of that stem, remember? So I maybe didn't quite have it lined up how I should. This one too, a little winky, a little janky. Okay, there we go. Well, tomorrow is Lenny's birthday. Got to figure out what we're doing for dinner. Got to figure out any of that other stuff. I usually do neat things for his birthday. I like to really try to celebrate him a lot because he puts up a lot with me. And, you know, I've taken him to like Friday Harbor for the weekend. I've taken him to, you know, just different things. But man, with being sick and everything and all that. Okay, now I have 2 thistles that I cut out. Didn't do the best on getting them cut out. So I am going to just do just a little trim where it looks really, really crazy, you guys. Just feel like there's a little too much going on right over here. Just going to come in and there we go. That's pretty good. All right, now let's bring this background back in. And oh, isn't that coming out nice? But you know what? Nah. We need to do a little more something something here. I need a little brightness coming in, or a little more crumb cake coming in. Yeah, getting it a little more dirty in there. Just getting it really nice and... Okay, then the other thing that's going to happen, call me a little crazy, but do you notice in this card that I bought we've got this really light coming in, and then there's even a little bit of, it almost looks like white on tips and stuff. Well, okay, so I have my white old craft pad, and I'm gonna grab this blending brush, and I just want to see if I can get, I can get some white kind of in this background here. Oh, I can. Can you guys see that white happening there? And then if I can do just a little white on a little bit of my thistle here and there. There we go. Now, this is craft, and so it does need a little time to dry. You can also just put a little heat on it if you want to get it kind of, you know, that kind of thing. So there we go on that. Oh no, I gotta hurry up. Gotta hurry up. We're getting a little on the, I think we're gonna be on a little over an hour. No. Okay, where's my card base? Okay, here's my card. Let's first bring this one in, and we're gonna glue this down. So I just took another of the craft ones. I used 1/2 of it to do this background, and then I took the other half of it, and that's how I stamped, colored, and got my thistles. And they're gonna come in here somehow together. However, like so. Then we're going to get the sentiment. And the sentiment I am gonna get from another of the cards, and we are going to do thanks for being a wonderful example to me. Oh no, thinking of you, thinking of you. And didn't I do the thinking of you? Did I do the thinking of you somewhere else? Oh nope, it's right here. Mary, it's right there. Okay, thinking of you. All right, gonna ink it up with my Memento ink because we do have black on this card. Thinking of you, thinking of you. Nice. Okay, what die set do I have over here? I have something over here. What do I got? Oh, my one that I love. Isn't that nice? So we are gonna use this thinking of you just like that. Love it. Put those other ones there. Sorry, I got to do a little rippy here. You guys are going to freak out on me. Don't. I've got a lot more of that note card I can use. And put that in. This in. Oh, fits it just kind of perfectly. And I'm going to do it at one end because I want to put a gem on the other. All right. Thinking, oh, so pretty. So pretty. Oh, if you guys saw my stamping table right now. You would be like, Mary, oh my gosh. I know. So let's bring this in here. Let's get my little guys how I want them. Liquid glue. This one. Now I'm not going all the way over on the sides and things because I want them to be able to intertwine a little bit. That one's going to go like that. And this one's going to get some dimensionals. But I'm going to grab my mini sheet here. This came in one of the kits, or the paper pumpkin kit, which I love. Because they always send dimensionals, and like, yay. Because who doesn't need them? We all do. And I love when it's mini ones. All right. Let's see. I think that'll work just fine. Look at how that is coming out, you guys. And then my little sentiment right here, thinking of you, is going to come right in here. It will need dimensionals as well on the outside edges. It does not need it in the center because it's going to be laying across this one that is also raised up. So the only thing I might put in the center would be a little bit of liquid glue right in the center to then glue onto that, which it won't, I don't think, but we'll see. That little dollop of glue is not going to hurt anything. So that's going to go right across here, thinking of you. There we are, but let's get our gems. Now, I think these purple ones would be too bright. And those are more blue. Then I have my silver ones. I think I'm going to use these silver ones. Just because I think they're fun. So I'm going to put one there. I'm going to put another one next to it down here. And then I'm going to put another one up right in here. There we are. Thinking of you. Oh my goodness. That is fabulous. Let's put these aside. Let's clean up a little bit. Oh my gosh. How are we doing? Oh, 707's not totally. Oh, of course you can. Absolutely. Case anything you want. That's the best compliment ever. So that is my card that I was inspired by from, uh-oh, where'd that card go that inspired me? It was a big card. Here it is. Ooh. Now, this is the card that inspired mine. What do you guys think? How'd I do? Oh, of course, Wink of Stella. But my Wink of Stella, would you know where that is? I don't. But I will definitely do a little Wink of Stella. But I love that idea of taking the craft white and giving a little highlight there. Also, that color lifter is so great because I could keep coming in with that color lifter and it will keep lightening up those areas that I want lighter really well. And I love the addition of the little, oh, that's crooked. Well, really, Mary? My sentiment's kind of crooked. There we go. So there's my inspiration there. And then, of course, my inspiration with this card. I did that one, right? And then I just had done with supplies and extra things that I already had, and I put together this one. There we go. So, hey, you guys, I want to let you know, on the Thistle, the Beautiful Thistle dies and the Beautiful Thistle stamp set, both of these are retiring, and they are both, stamp set and the dies, are both 60% off. Like 60% off the dies, 60% off this. So don't buy it as a bundle. Buy each one separately so you get 60% off both of them. I don't know what happens when you buy it in the bundle. Not sure. And I'm sorry again that I'm blowing my nose. Sometimes I just can't help it because it's dripping. You don't want to know. It's dripping down my face. Okay, I want to know right now, you guys, which card do you like best? Do you like the Wisteria Wonder, the Wisteria Wishes, the bright colored one? Do you like my black and white take on the Thank You Bouquet? Or the Thistle little note card inspired by that other card as well? Which did you like the best? Ugh, big blow. The Thistle? Yeah, I'm thinking I really kind of like this a lot. Boy, if I have enough, you guys, I might have to do something with like this for the make a card, send a card. Might have to do a little take on that one. You guys are already saying the Thistle. All right. Exciting. That just means, you guys, you all need to go place an order for the, I'm going to switch my camera back over, you guys. Hello. Switch transition. There we go. you guys are just going to have to go on and get that Thistle stamp set and dies. I mean, it's just like great. And I didn't realize that they're both, because oftentimes right now it's the dies that are 60% off, but not the stamp set. So, oh my gosh, how great is that? Oh, I was going to tell you right here at the end. Oh, Wisteria, thank you, Betty. So Sam and I went to Seattle, Queen Anne Hill, or Queen Anne. She was getting eyelash extension appointment that my sister, her sister, set up for her. So it was going to be a 3-hour thing, and I said, "Oh goodness." I said, "Haha, you wouldn't have any hair appointments, would you?" And he's like, "Oh well, I would, like at 12:30." And so I'm like, "Okay." So this is like at 11:30. So I went and I did a little walk around. And the gal did my cut, and she did a good job. Did the upper. She wasn't going to take much off the front here. And then just as she was doing it and stuff, she's like, "Oh, I didn't want to take that much off your front." And so she did. And like it's like real short here. And then I feel like I just look like a page boy. And so I'm like, okay, let me just put it behind my ears here. Then I don't feel so like page boy. So this is all got to just grow out again. So anyway. All right, you guys. Well, hey, check out my events on my Stampin' Calendar. I've got lots of fun things. Again, be looking out for, if you're one of my Paper Pumpkin subscribers, you'll be getting that. I think I'm going to do 3 projects that I'm going to put together and send to you free with that Potted Plants free stamp set that was in the last Paper Pumpkin. Oh, thanks, Shar. Cute haircut. Appreciate that. And then my open house on the 30th if you're local. Demonstrator downline meeting. My demonstrator got people. That's going to be fun. Paper share. Look for that because I'm going to have that paper share your way. I'm going to have 3 tiers of how you could do your paper share, from the most basic to the most have to have it all. So that'll be fun. And that's it, guys. Until next time, happy stampin'.